and called ourselves Women of Valor.
And then why just women, first of all?
One of our objectives is emotional stability.
Mhm.
It will be a safe place for us to have more intimate conversations. And please avail yourself on the 9th of September. Come enjoy, being around other women.
The goal of the group is holistic wellness.
Great things are coming.
Yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Mkenya the show where we highlight a lot of Kenyan community and African at large. And today is no difference. We are bringing a group of women doing extraordinary, amazing, to just tackle issues that affect women here in America. And it's none other but Valor. It's a very good group that I've known them for a couple of years, and they are doing amazing. So, guys, come watch their series and be blessed, And if you're new here, consider subscribing, like, share, and click that bell button so that anytime we come on live, you'll be notified. Keep it here, introducing Valor, ndani ya Mkenya Marekani. Cheers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the group Valor. Now, who do we have here? Starting from my left.
My name is Naomi Kihuha.
My name is Paris Omboingige.
And I am Faith Kihuha.
Gertrude Moreland.
I'm Nancy, aka Nancy James. And I'm Ruth Wanja.
Oh, wow. Absolutely fantastic. Now, let's see. What is the group Valor?
So the group Valor was birthed from the Bible scripture that comes from Judges chapter 6 that talks about men of valor. And because scripture is not really gender sensitive, we picked ourselves, or rather we put ourselves in that scenario and called ourselves Women of Valor, because the same things that were able to be achieved by Gideon, we also do believe that we are that strong and we are able to achieve them.
Wow, fantastic. Wow. I see. Was this group formed? Let's hear Naomi.
So I think I'll pass that to Nancy. Nancy will be able to.
Nancy ndio mwalimu.
Actually, it was formed during Naomi's bridal shower. And I remember just being invited by some ladies in our community. They were like, there's this girl, she's new in the community, and she's having a bridal shower. And I remember we had a lot of meaningful discussions about, what women need, and just having safe spaces to be able to talk about, our experiences. And also because a lot of us, we were newly immigrated to America. So even in other spaces, it was hard for other people to kind of understand us that well. So that's how the concept started at first. But I think Faith can explain when we went official.
So I think we both have 2018, right? So we met in an occasion. So we were there, we had an event in Kansas. So we'd not been for like a year. So when we met, Nancy was like, you guys just went under. So why don't we meet up and then we can maybe start seeing each other. Not seeing each other that way. Like, let's be a group. So we met at my house, and that is how we started. 2019.
Wow.
2018. 2018, yes.
It's been a minute. So it's amazing that in that function where you guys met, I was also performing. If you can remember right.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but I'm glad. Maybe I was to be part of this group, but no.
Yeah, you guys came together. Yes, we did. Come think of, we did. We actually walked out together. Now I remember.
You see. So how come you just the six of you?
I think because it's a commitment. Having a group, because we meet every so often. Like we have a meeting every month, sometimes every week via Zoom. So it's quite a commitment. And we started, asking, invited our friends, and so because it's such a some of us are from Yaro, some of us are from Yola, we all over. So, like having that.
Did you have to choose among yourselves or it just landed? Let's hear 2D.
So we were actually a much larger group than we are right now. But over time, we have reduced in number. And we didn't really select anybody. It was just more of whoever wanted to remain kind of thing and whoever was committed. So that's how we ended up being. Actually, we are 7 of us. One of us is and yeah, the rest.
Wow, wow, that's fantastic. Now, Wanja, to stay all those years together, what is the gluing factor now for this group? Like,
For me, I believe it's because we were very intentional about the group and also our objectives, and the phases that we have gone through in this life. We have had some of us have had babies, some of us have gotten married, and so having all those phases of life, and also others have joined school and have achieved graduations. We have had so many things that we have come together to do. And so having all those phases of life and being with each other and helping each other has kept us intentional about the group.
what are some of the challenges that you've gone through? Especially in America, it's not easy to have meetings, create time, not just for family, but now for this group. Naomi.
So our most challenge is finding time to meet together. The fact that we have different schedules, we come from different cities, that has been a major challenge. But as we're talking about, we are very intentional and very determined and committed. Somehow we find a way of meeting, and that's why we are here 5 years later.
Wow, wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then why just women, first of all?
We as we said, we first found ourselves in a bridal shower.
Mm-hmm.
So we say that, we have a lot of issues to tackle. And being young women, we found that we have to stick with each other. Maybe men can tackle their own issues, but we found it wise
Yeah.
to remain as
So men out here, you need to be attending bridal showers.
And
You never know what's gonna be birthed.
And I remember one of the conversations when we started, it was like, oh gosh, we're in America together.
Mhm.
It's kind of very lonely, and very isolating. And so one of the conversations was like, we need to get together and meet a community. We needed to be there for each other.
Wow, I love that. I love that. To find that away from your home, Kenya as a country, we are a communal country. But coming here and finding that group with the same purpose flowing together is absolutely fantastic. Now, what is the purpose, main purpose of this group?
So, the goal of the group is holistic wellness.
Mhm.
When I say holistic wellness, I mean spiritual wellness, economic wellness, social wellness, psychological or mental wellness. Like as women, we have to be all rounded. Like you can't bloom in one area of your life and the other area is like behind. So our goal is to be for scoring at the same with all rounded.
Mhm. Is it focused just for women or even children will come in? Because, our family is like a tree.
Our area of focus right now is just women, just
Mhm.
us. Like we are young women, so we are young wives. We just having babies, so we just want to concentrate on us. Maybe in the future, when the groups grows, maybe who knows what
Yeah.
God has in future for us.
Wow, wow, wow. That's amazing. Have you done anything like since you guys started? Like anything for the community?
I would say yes. I
Mhm.
mean, a big part of this group is being there for each other. I think a lot of us have had, I would say, major moments, low moments in life, whether it's the loss of a loved one, whether it's loss of one of our members, whether it's during someone's wedding, it's pretty much stepping up. So we've stepped up for each other on some of our major events, helping people plan their wedding. Like it's, I would say that that's a big part of what we have done.
Mhm.
Yeah, and also just even educating ourselves. We have meetings where we invite someone who we feel has knowledge to impact to us. So Nancy will have someone come and talk to us about grants we need to pursue as women.
Yeah. Wow.
And just add on that
Mhm.
to answer your question, we are currently planning a conference, a women's conference, September 9th. So that's something that we're now extending to the outside community. They want to reach out to younger women and not just younger women, but just women in general, and just be able to empower them and kind of encourage them in their journey of life. So yeah, great things are coming.
Yeah. That's a big thing. That's huge. You know, in Washington, there's so much resources, especially if you form yourself a group. So I don't know if you are registered already or you're looking into doing so.
Oh yeah, we already registered. We are registered at the Secretary of State in Olympia, and we've been registered for a year or so now. Yes,
So it's a non-profit.
yes, it's a non-profit organization. We are there working with other groups on how to get resources. So a lot is happening in the background, and
Do you think like you will recruit other women? Because there's so many women here. Maybe if they have a group like this which has a direction, they will have better their lives, you know, and stuff like that.
So when we started, we were so our group started with like
Mhm.
so we are getting to the and we do have a competition so we are hoping that in the future maybe
Is it 15? No, we cut it to 15 because we were a larger group, and we realized I think it's best when it's just a small group and then teach the next group how to build the same thing that we are building. And that is why we're even having the conference, to just empower another group of women to come up with the same initiative that we did. And it's easier when you're a small group to motivate each other to actually achieve those goals.
Yeah.
So that's our main target, looking at other women who can build up the same system that we are doing.
Considering that we are immigrants here in this country, there are so many issues that attack us. As you know, tuko ugenini. There are so many issues that attack not just women, children, but since we are a women group, issues concerning finance, even self-esteem. There's issues like considering mental health. How are you gonna reach to this Kenyan community, especially let's say just immigrants generally?
Well, I think I will answer on the mental health part. Because one of our objectives is emotional stability, I think we have made it a priority to have mental health topics that we can be able to discuss. And we started with ourselves. Every time we have a meeting, there's one of us who's leading a certain topic.
Yeah.
And most of them are just about emotional and mental stability. And so we do have mental health nurses who we're trying to bring into these events that we'll be holding, so that they can come and talk to us about, what are the resources that one may be able to get, especially, as we said, Washington has a lot of resources for mental health stability. And also ourselves, we have gone through so many things and so many challenges. And so just helping with the knowledge and the wisdom that I probably would have, able to speak about it, and then people find that actually I'm not alone, this has happened to someone else. And so I think for us, mental health is a really important, topic and subject.
And I think just to add on to what I was saying, it's us realizing that each and every one of us is gifted somewhere. Just to start with 2D, really gifted when it comes to children. Even when we met, that's what she talked about, and that's what she's into. Looking at Nancy when it comes to grants and things like that, and community service, that's a gifting. Looking at Wanja, there's a nurse right there, and issues of mental health is really integral, when it comes to her. Look at Faith, we have a whole psychologist, is it a psychologist seated right here, and someone who's really passionate about investing in books, get knowledge, gain knowledge. And then we have Naomi right here, still in the same field back home, was all about community and was all about mental health. And Vicky, who is absent, the same passion. All of us gifted in different areas, but being intentional in looking at, in merging all those gifts and all those talents that we have, to look at it and say how the way it has benefited us as a group, how can we, use that to benefit other people out there who don't have the same resources, they don't have the same network of friends, or they do not necessarily know how to merge together their talents and their gifts to benefit each other and society as well.
You are having an upcoming conference. What's it gonna be about?
Well, we're having an upcoming conference, and really the idea behind it is to heal together, and also having a panel of people who can share from their life experience. Because sometimes, it feels different when someone's talking at you and when someone's talking like with you and from a place of experience. So it's going to be a place that we want people to heal, hear about how people have overcome obstacles and being able to achieve something.
As he said, as you can see that us having immigrated, one of the things I like to say is that we are part of that membership when we come here very young. And so when we come together, we like to not only mentor each other, tell our stories. Like, I'll know Paris' struggle, I will know Nancy's struggle. And with that, we are also that when we come together and share, we can learn from what they are going through, whether it's here or whether and in that doing, that it's just like that healing together as a community. It's that mentorship. It's that being taught how to become better.
And also, just to add on to that, really the theme, or rather the center of conference, comes from scripture. Again, you realize that we are all about the Bible. We are believers, and it's from the word. Is it in Deuteronomy that says, choose? Behold, I present to you before you life and death. Choose life and live. And so, essentially, this conference is all about us talking about choose life. But in the process of choosing life, we are talking about how each and every one of us, or the people sharing their stories, talking about where they've come to a crossroad, where they've had to choose between life and death. Did they choose death? Did they choose a choice that did not work out for them? And then how now in the present, how has that worked out for them? How is choosing life working out for them? And so really, essentially, it's just that, merging our stories to remind each other that regardless of whatever storm is coming at life, choose life. Regardless of what puts you down, choose life. Regardless of the trials, the challenges, because they're going to be there. Whether you're in Kenya, whether you're here, those challenges are going to be there. But how do you choose life? And to realize that there are people who are going through storms. There are people who are going through death, literally and even figuratively, but they're choosing to choose life. So how that looks like, essentially, that's what we are aiming at during the conference.
Another thing about the conference is that it's women coming together, and somebody says that never underestimate the power of networking. You never know how meeting a new person will impact your life. One relationship goes a long way. So it's an opportunity for women to come together and we light our fire together.
Wow, I love that.
We are a living example of that.
Yeah, you guys already are. So have you invited guests that people should be excited to know that they are coming, or it's gonna be you guys, or it's a secret?
I'd say it's best you come to see for yourself. We don't want to let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
We want you to come and see, but really, essentially, to let you know, it's not about a big person or so much that, but we've been intentional in choosing people who have a story to tell. and that story will impact every person who comes. So you definitely don't want to miss it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Faith, you want to add something? Oh, okay. What are some of the good things that you've learned since you came up together, especially for you, for the community? What are some of the positive things that for yourself and the community should learn about just coming, the group VAL coming together?
Oh my God. One of the best lessons we've learned is that the future is either dull or bright. But when you're together, the future is bright. And furthermore, when you have God, it's cream. Finish. Yeah, so that has been our greatest lesson that we can do.
Cream de la cream.
Yes. Yes.
Where?
And I think the biggest, I don't know if you guys have the confidence in knowing, like if I'm gonna have a baby shower or there is gonna be 10 women. That's a guarantee. There's gonna be 10 people that are going to have my back. So just knowing that I'm not gonna do anything by myself. Like if I have a baby, they know they have support. And us having been in America where there's not a lot of support, we don't even know our neighbors. Like knowing that these people will come, this group of people will come, I think there's nothing more empowering.
Yeah. Wow.
And I could add to that. I think I've really learned the meaning of sisterhood, just being able to share space with them. Because one, I think all of us were at different phases in life, and just learning how one to celebrate each other, be happy for each other, cry with each other and celebrate with each other. And also I think the other part is holding each other accountable. And I think as women, the more you're around women, you grow more into yourself. And even as I think all of us can either look ahead or look behind, and we can see something we can learn from each other and appreciate each other where we are at in life.
Wow.
I think also to add on to that, another thing that I've just realized right now as Nancy was speaking is how intentional we are in looking at someone and saying, you are so passionate about this thing. You need to pursue it. You need to go for it. What do you need to achieve that? When I met this group, I had been here for a while. I had been told by people to go back to school, and I was so resistant about that. But when you meet with these women who have gone to achieve all that, they've gone back to school and have families and all that, you look at yourself and you're like, man, I cannot be the one who's static or who is stagnant. I'm not in motion, and everybody is seeming like they are in motion. So that makes you so intentional about your dreams and about pursuing what you are passionate about. I mean, they've held me accountable to my dreams of opening a spa. They're like, Paris, you have to go for it. You're passionate about fashion. You're passionate about this and that. So looking at that, pushing 2D over here, you love kids, you should open a daycare or something. All of those aspects of just pushing each other to say, this is your area of gifting, and how can we grow that? How can we get you to achieve that? So I've seen all of us grow in our passions and still pushing each other to grow even much more.
Wow, that's amazing. I think Vala is one group that is very blessed because talking of 6 people who escorts you towards your funeral last days, you already have each other's 6 persons. Ebu clap for yourself. So, mpenzi mtazamaji, if you don't have your 6 people, ask your neighbor, what am I doing in this life? That's amazing. To find a group of 6 women, but see this group, and I believe if you're watching us, you have an example to ape, because this is the mirror of our society. Faith, you wanted to add something?
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where can guys find you, by the way? Social medias, email, if they want to book by the way, do you have tickets for your conference?
No, it's absolutely free.
Okay. So anything you guys want to say before we conclude the show?
I just want to say that, first of all, thank you so much, Gary, for coming to interview us. Thank you for your time. And I just want to say a word to any other woman who's or man that's watching out there. If you really want a group of godly friends around you, just pray. Pray, and God will give you that, because He gave us each other, and He's more than capable to give that to you. Because there's nobody that can do this life by themselves. For sure, you're going to need people. And also, if you're ever able to do good to somebody, just do it, because you never know how that person is gonna impact your life in the future.
I think we'll continue with those parting shots, last parting shots, as we conclude the show. Wanja.
Okay. Well, thank you, Gary, for doing this for us, and just to invite all the ladies, please avail yourself on the 9th of September. Come enjoy, being around other women. Come fill your cup so that you can be able to, give something out there to the society. So please come. Don't feel like there's just too much pressure, maybe with the price and everything else. No, we don't have tickets. It's free of charge. Come and enjoy yourself.
I want to say thank you, Gary, and also just thank you to these ladies here. And just to encourage anyone who's going through anything right now. I know sometimes you can feel very lonely, and sometimes, especially if you're an immigrant, you can feel misunderstood. And if you're younger, you can feel like, hey, they don't really understand me. But we just want to welcome you to the conference, because it's going to be a safe place for us to have more intimate conversations, and you can feel free to kind of share, and where we are able to help, we will help, whether it's connecting with you spiritually, or whether it's even connecting with the right people who are able to guide you.
Any last parting shot? We have 2 minutes to end the show.
Oh, I can say that women, this is the 21st century. We have an opportunity to change the narrative. People have always known that women come together and they're gossiping, they're scratching each other's face. We can change that. We can come together and support each other to build empires. We can come together and bring up godly children. We can come together and be there for our husbands. Like, God has given us so much. We can come together and be there for a good cause.
Wow. Thank you so much. With that, I will not add anything. You want to end with a chorus? You really wanted to sing because of it.
No. I think it would not be a chorus, but we definitely want to encourage someone through a scripture, our declaration, scripture that is from the book of Isaiah 65, from verse 17 to 25. It really talks about essentially who we are. It talks about how we will not lose our young ones and all that. So check it out, and then the flyers will be out. Watch out in the social media space. Thank you.
Thank
Wow.
you. We
God
love
bless.
you.
Thank you so much, Valor, for your time. God bless you. What a group. God bless you.
Thank you.
Kaiwa kwanu.